Formula One has existed for 75 years. Over 900 drivers have started a Grand Prix, but only 5 have been women, and the last one raced in 1976. That's about to change. Right now, a global movement is underway from karting tracks in Nottingham to elite academies backed by Formula One itself, all focused on one mission: finding the first female Formula One world champion. In October 2025, something historic happened at a team sport karting track in Nottingham. A dozen young girls took part in a pioneering talent identification, the first step in a new data-driven pathway designed to fix motorsport's gender gap. On average, girls start karting 2 years later than boys. Think about that for a second. In a sport where every hundredth of a second counts, starting 2 years behind is like giving your rival a head start in the championship. This delay massively affects long-term progression and is a huge reason why so few women reach the top. But this event, run by a global program called More Than Equal, was different. It wasn't about a fun day out. It was a scientific, structured search for the next F1 superstar. One of the standout talents was a 15-year-old from Wales named Skye Parker. Remember that name? This wasn't a PR stunt. This was the beginning of a revolution in motor. The last woman to race in Formula One was Leila Lombardi in 1976. For nearly 50 years, the question has hung in the air: why? The common lazy assumption is that women just aren't fast enough. But that's not just wrong, it completely misses the point. The real question isn't why aren't women fast enough, it's why haven't they been given the same chance. The data tells the real story. Girls consistently receive less funding and fewer competitive opportunities from a young age. Only about 4% of all participants in elite motorsport are female. This creates a vicious cycle. Without funding, you can't get seat time. Without seat time, you can't develop your skills. Without the results, you can't attract sponsors. It's a mountain to climb before you even get to the racetrack. The average racing career for a female driver lasts just 1 to 5 years, while for men, it's often 12 years or more. This isn't an issue of ability or talent. It's an issue of access and opportunity. The system has been broken for decades, but now, finally, the people with the power to fix it are taking notice. Enter More Than Equal. This isn't just another well-meaning initiative. It's the world's first high-performance program dedicated to finding and developing the first female F1 champion. Their approach is unlike anything we've seen before. They run global scouting programs, using data to identify raw talent in girls as young as 8. They've partnered with top universities to study the specific physiological and psychological demands of elite motorsport on female athletes, building a knowledge base that simply didn't exist before. From this research, they've built a global cohort of elite female drivers aged 13 to 14, providing them with the kind of coaching, physical training, and mental preparation that has traditionally been reserved for boys in F1 junior teams. They are now the official driver performance and research partner of F1 Academy, meaning their scientific approach is directly feeding into the official pathway to Formula One. This is the first time in history that female drivers have had a truly scientifically engineered pathway to the top, designed specifically for them. It's a game changer. And that brings us to the F1 Academy. In 2025, the series was completely transformed. It became the official female feeder series, and crucially, it was backed by all 10 Formula One teams. This wasn't just a name change, it was a fundamental shift. Suddenly, the most powerful brands in motorsport, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, had a direct stake in finding and nurturing female talent. Each team ran a car with their own livery, linking the young drivers directly to their F1 heroes. The 2025 season was absolutely electrifying. Mercedes-backed Doriane Pin took the championship, but she was pushed all the way to the final race in Las Vegas by Ferrari's own Academy driver, Weug. The grid expanded with new, highly respected teams like Hittech joining the fight, and just as importantly, people could actually watch. With full broadcast coverage on Sky Sports F1 and a huge visibility boost from Netflix, the F1 Academy wasn't a sideshow anymore. It was part of the main event. For the first time, a young girl can look at the motorsport ladder and see a clear, defined path. F1 Academy 2, Formula 3, Formula 2, and then, the ultimate goal, Formula One. So who are the rising stars we should be watching? Who could be the first woman to race in a modern Grand Prix? The name at the top of everyone's list is Doriane Pin. The 2025 F1 Academy champion has already been praised by none other than Toto Wolff. She's got the speed, the racecraft, and now the backing of the most dominant team of the hybrid era. Pushing her all the way was Weug, as a long-standing member of the prestigious Ferrari Driver Academy. She has an incredible single-seater pedigree and the support of the Tifosi. We should also keep an eye on rising British star Hannah Newman, who is showing incredible promise. And remember Skye Parker, the standout from that test day in Nottingham. She's on More Than Equal's radar and represents the next wave of talent being identified by these new systems. Looking ahead to 2026, American driver Kaylee Countryman has already been signed to drive for the Haas F1 team in the Academy, showing the pathway is already working. These are the names you'll be hearing a lot more in the next 5 years. So, the big question, when will we actually see a woman in Formula One again? With the massive regulation reset coming in 2026, the timing has never been better. New rules mean new opportunities, and teams will be looking for every possible advantage. Experts within the paddock believe we could realistically see a woman competing in a Formula One weekend by 2028 or 2030. And not just talking about a one-off appearance. The goal is to find a genuine title contender, a driver who can fight for wins and championships. With the systems now in place, the experts predict that we could see a woman challenging for the world title in the early 2030s. This is no longer a distant dream. It's a structured, funded, global mission with a clear timeline. The race to find Formula One's first woman champion has already begun. The groundwork has been laid, the investment is flowing, and the talent is coming through. And the next superstar, the driver who will finally break that 50-year barrier, might be training right now, a karting track you've never heard of. The future is finally here. Who do you think will be the first woman to race in F1? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more stories shaping the future of Formula One, make sure you subscribe to Motorsport Pulse. Thanks for watching.